Hey, what's going on, guys? I know I've been taking forever to post this third poker vlog up, but today's the day. I made sure I made time to edit it and get it out to you guys. It's just hard, just trying to juggle between my businesses, my personal life, family. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough, but at the end of the day, I told you I love this poker stuff. I love vlogging, so like I said, I'm here trying to do my best. Today's game, we go play at Ocean's 11 and we go play the 2-5. Now the 2-5 runs pretty deep. It runs damn near like a 5-10. Minimum buy-in 300, maximum 1,000. Everyone's average stack is like 2 to 3K. It runs pretty good and it's a lot of action. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the more friendlier games. Everyone's good vibes. Everyone's good energy. People actually talk. There's actually normal human beings. It's not like social robots, where people are just weird, respectfully. But yeah, it's a great game. I love it. If I lived closer to Ocean's 11, I'd probably be playing there all the time. But now I just go. When I go visit my parents in San Diego. I stop by on the way there. I stop by on the way back. But anyways, not gonna talk too long. Back to the session, and here's how it goes. One of the first hands I want to talk to you guys about is Ace-5 of diamonds in late position. So the small blind decides to raise it up to $25. Folds across the board, action back on me. I ain't going nowhere with this hand. I decide to make the call, and boom, we're off to see a flop. Alright, so the flop comes and it's 2, Jack, 5, Rainbow. So we flop middle pair, I guess, or whatever's, but he ends up making it $25, and I'm glad to make the call. We're off to see a turn now, which comes an 8, so essentially it's a brick. The action goes check, check. We're off to see a river, which comes an ace, so now we improve the 2 pair. So I decided $25 would be a good value bet, but my opponent snap folds, so we'll be happy to take that one down. On to the next. Alright, so this next hand I want to talk to you guys about is crazy. We're dealt pocket threes. We're on the big blind. And this hand just gets crazy. So there's a dude from middle position who raises it up to 30. A guy from late position who makes the call. So then when the action gets back to me, I gotta make that call. Definitely can't go anywhere. Alright, so we're off to see a flop. And you will never believe this flop. I'm not even kidding. Like, you're gonna have to see it right now to believe this flop. So the flop comes and it is 10-10-3. Lego. Lego, and I decided to lead out here. I know I should never lead out here, but I decided to leave out. Might as well. The dude from middle position just calls. The dude from late position calls, and now we're off to see a turn. All right. So like I said, I get called by both players. We're off to see a turn, and the turn comes, and it's a deuce of spades. Shouldn't change much, so. Confident to have the best hand. I just go ahead and check it over. So the action is back on the dude in middle position, and he decides to go ahead and bet out $75. Now the guy in late position makes the call. This is music to our ears. So I'm just waiting for the action to get back on me. When the action gets back on me, I go ahead and announce I'm all in. Now the action is back on the dude on middle position who made it $75, and I have about $400 behind me. I don't think he can make this fold. Any 10 holding, he's definitely not making this fold. He doesn't really tank too much. It's more just like he's just thinking, but he decides to make the call. He decides to make the call, and then the dude in late position, I really wanted the dude in late position to make the call, but he ends up folding, which is, I can't be too greedy. I can't be mad at that. There's already enough money in the pot, and I'm like 95% sure this pot is mine at this point. So the dealer is counting out my chips, and it does look like I have about $395 behind. Like I said, the action is back on the dude in middle position. And what she does make the call. So now the action is on the dude in late position. And he thinks for some time, but he ends up folding. So now we're off to see the river. I show that I have a full house, 3 over 10s. The river comes a brick. And we are Gucci. Yes, sirski. We taking this one down. A few hours later, that player announced that he had ace-10 in that hand and that he was looking forward for me to edit the vlog and put it up so he could show his friends. Yeah, shout out to the homie Izzy. This dude is cool as shit, no cap. Anyways, we just got into a little hand. We made it $50. Checked that all the way down. He took this one down, but he a cool dude. Shout out to my guy. This next hand real quick though. This one's a little cool hand. I get dealt pocket 8s. I'm on the big blind, and there's actually a straddle, $10 straddle. So look up, I get 2 black 8s. I have an option between either just flat calling or raising, but I don't know. I decided to get a little sneaky with it, so I just ended up making the flat call. So yeah. Flat call, we see a flop. We got 3 people in the mix. And the flop comes in. We bink it again. 9-5-8. So we flop middle set. There's 2 diamonds on the board. So I lead out with a bet of $35. The dude in middle position, I believe he folds. So now the action is back on the dude on the button, who ends up just making the flat call. He ends up making the call for $30, and we're off to see a turn. So the turn comes, and it's a 4 of heart. Shouldn't really change much. Action goes check, check. We're off to see a river. The river is a complete brick. So I decided to size up. I decided to bet out $100. Now the action is back over to my opponent, and he goes into the tank for a little bit. I'll speed up the process because but yeah, he's still in the tank. He's deep in the tank for no reason. No, he ends up folding. So I'll be happy to take this one down. A win is a win.
We can wonder about
Set up a hair in your chest right there, baby. Start vlogging in here.
what's up?
You got crazy.
Damn, my boy blessed me.
I'm gonna talk to all my boys while my boy watching.
Yo, this is the coolest game ever, I swear. Whoa, look at all this action. Flying. Chips flying. Chips flying like it's the thing to do. Man. Come on, Jake. My boy Jake got the ace kizzy. Don't play with him. Don't play with him.
Another fun hand I want to talk to you guys about is getting 8-9 offsuit in middle position against my man's Felipe. This dude is cool as hell. I love Felipe. So it's a $20 pre-flop raise, and it's heads up to see a flop.
By the way, I'm even wondering to make the most of it.
So the flop comes, and it's 2-3-8. We flop top pair with a decent kicker. So my man ends up betting $40. The action comes back to me. I just flat call. Now we're off to see a turn. So the turn comes. It's the Jack of Hearts, which is a card higher than ours, but when the action goes check, check, I think we're pretty good. And then the river comes, an offsuit 6. So feeling pretty confident that we have the best hand here. I go ahead and bet out $30. And action goes back to my opponent. He gives it some thought. He asked me if I have 4 or 5.
I'm afraid to be a 7 deuce.
And, you know, I just hope he tries to call with anything at this point. And after a little bit of thought, he ends up mucking his cards away. So we take down this pot. He asked what I had, and I told him he has to watch the vlog. Alright guys, and then the last and final hand I want to talk to you guys about, it was already like 2 in the morning. I had been in the session for like 5-6 hours, been on a roller coaster. I'm about dead even right here, literally I'm about dead even. And there's a raise to $40 or $45, I'm not sure, it was one of those. And I have ace deuce under the gun. So I'm 50-50 with calling and playing this hand. But like I said, it's already 2 in the morning. I already want to go home. So I'm like, you know what? F it. Let's go for it. So I made the call and we're just heads up to see a flop, right? And the flop was pretty interesting to me. It was ace king deuce. So I flopped 2 pair, but it's definitely possible that my opponent could have had ace king. So I check it over to him. He bets out, and he bets out, I'm not sure, but you'll see it in the video. He bets out, I re-raise him, and when I re-raise him, I'm like, just fold or ship it, my guy. Like, no in-betweens. There are 2 to a flush out there, so there are 2 clubs out there, and I'm just praying he has ace queen, ace jack, maybe a flush draw. I'm just praying he has one of those hands, anything but ace king, because that would be a ultimate cooler right there before I leave. So he ships it all in because I only effectively have about $750, $800 behind me. I think for a second, but I'm like, man, I can't fold this at all. My hand's way too strong to fold. So I ended up making the call, and we ended up rivering a deuce that gave us the full house, and my opponent showed he was on a flush draw, so you know, it was cool, and that one held up. And I ended up leaving in the green for about $750 that night. You know, I put in about 6 hours, and I left positive $750. Had a fun session. Like I said, good people, good energy, good vibes. Love the game, and yep, that wraps it up for that session. And now this is my 3rd vlog, and now time for vlog number 4. We're 3 for 3 in the green for our vlogs, and hopefully we can continue the run good. But I do appreciate you guys, and I'm going to try to be more consistent. I really mean that. With a million things going on in life, I'm definitely going to try to make this more consistent because I've been getting nothing but good feedback. And like I said, I really do appreciate you guys. Adios.